call to order, I guess, the meeting on today's date at Wednesday, June 5th, it's 6:37. I think I take attendance, right?
Yep, and we'll have to do a roll call because Paige is online, so.
Yeah, so.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
So we'll start right off with roll call.
Sure.
Yeah, so call to order. Yes, I guess that would be roll call, Brian Ferrier here.
Josh Glazer here.
Emily Anderson here.
Paige.
Paige Pennypacker.
Paige Pennypacker here.
Excellent. Okay, go to number.
Yeah. Acceptance from minutes from April 3rd, 2024, since we didn't have a May meeting.
Paige, do you need those again?
I can see if I can get them from Sam. Hang on.
Sam resigned, so she's not here anymore.
No, I know, but
Oh, her old email.
She's
Okay.
sent email.
Yep. She sent it back in probably end of April, right before the May meeting.
Thanks.
So,
I promise I'll get to one of these meetings, guys.
That's okay.
I got it.
Hold on, I'm gonna move your page. Can you see everybody now?
I can. Well, kind of, yeah.
Okay, there you go.
must have missed last meeting.
There was no May meeting.
Oh, doesn't be so. Motion to accept old minutes, right? That's what we do. Motion to
Yep.
accept old business.
Minutes,
Second.
second, and then we have to do all in favor.
All in favor?
You have to do a roll vote because,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Melissa, do you vote?
no, I don't vote.
Okay,
Paige.
so Paige, you vote. Paige voted
Yeah.
first, aye, so I'm gonna vote aye. Motion is accepted.
I motion, yeah, I seconded. So a roll call, I guess, Paige Pennypacker.
Yep, and you.
Aye.
Aye, okay, perfect. Okay, minutes approved, can you sign those? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna take that. Old business, so it'll be the fifth.
Definitely sign
Don't worry about it. Excellent. Okay, so,
It's the new business, Director of Park and Recs and Recreation update, spring cleanup. So do you handle that?
yeah, we gotta start with old business.
Old business?
So we jump a little bit.
Old business, policies and procedures, review and discussion.
Do you wanna table that since
Yeah.
that's kind of Christine's?
And Christine's, maybe.
Okay.
Wait for her.
Okay, so table that.
I don't know if you have any updates on the rec.
Yep, I have that stuff.
Sure. We got the kickball.
Oh, wait a minute, I left my notes. Hold on one second, sorry. Okay, so kickball, we had 29 sign up.
Wow.
I've had 21 pay, so that's the actual number.
Yeah.
I found 3 helpers to do it because I'm not doing every Friday at 6:30.
Yeah.
Like, no. And it goes through July 26th. So everybody seems to be having fun, so that's a good one.
Do we have to have it staffed, or can we just run the field?
It's our field, it's over at Everett Leonard.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, you said you need a helper, like, can we just?
Just to kind of put out the bases, collect the balls,
okay.
put that stuff
I
away,
didn't
so
know
that
if it
I'm
was
not
like a ref
there.
type thing.
No, there's no refs. It's nice and easy. I kind of thought Christine was gonna do it because it seemed like her baby, but now she's working, so she
Yeah.
can't be there. So I found some people to kind of do that part for me, so just the setup and the put away.
Yep.
So that's fine. Over 30 basketball, the last session ends tomorrow night, and it was just the men for the spring 2 session. We had 24 sign up this session. Between the 3 sessions, so winter, spring 1, and spring 2, we've taken in over $1,600.
Wow.
So that's a good one. What's next? Over 30 softball. We have nothing to do with this program. We reached out, we had a meeting in the spring, we talked about it, I got the fields, and then I never really heard from them again. And then they did their own registration, they did their own stuff, they never mentioned Park and Rec in any of it, so I switched the field reservation over at the schools back over to them, and so.
So
that-
you wanna just remove that then from our,
Yeah, that's not our thing anymore, but I wanted to give you guys that update. So, okay, any questions on any of that stuff? For basketball, I'm thinking of doing fall, 1 or 2 sessions, winter depending on the space availability, and then 1 or 2 spring again, so that should be fantastic.
that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. All right, number 2?
Yeah, well, that was number 2.
Oh, sorry.
So number 3, events and brainstorming, fish event, which is my baby. I still plan on having that. We lost out, we kind of knew we were gonna miss out on our window of opportunity due to the water temperature. By the
Oh,
time
yeah.
we were gonna be able to get the site prepped. That being said, I have a lot of big plans for what they call the water department bogs. So
Okay.
I'd still like to work on getting a cleanup crew out there to clean them up, and you know, maybe in the winter, weather permitting, we'll be able to do ice skating out there again. We used to do ice skating
Yeah,
out there.
yeah,
There's still
okay.
benches and everything built for people to sit on.
They're
and
still
get
out there?
changed. Yep.
Excellent.
It's still, it's
So-
pretty overgrown.
Yeah, I have I think, I'm hoping to get people, I've talked to people from the highway department. I'd like to get one of them out there with like their batwing mulchers and.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
He's the highway department.
Oh, are you?
Well, I'm not the highway.
Yeah.
Not the highway
well,
department, but
Work
part
for
of
the
it.
highway, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that we can get that. I know water department said they'd do anything that they could to help us, and they have some machinery there. But, you know, I think also just a nice force of volunteers with a bunch of
Yeah.
hedge trimmers and, you know, wagons on the back of garden. you
It
know,
looks
garden
like at
tractors.
one time it was actually pretty cool.
And I've been going out there for 20 years,
Yeah,
and back before it was overgrown, it was beautiful. You could see right across the ponds. We would actually pump water up into one of the higher ponds under one of the higher bogs that had been overgrown, so that it would only be like 8 inches deep. So there was never any fear of somebody falling in because the water was minimally deep.
People swim in those bogs too.
Yeah.
They call it like the Poor Man something.
Oh,
Poor Man
really?
Beach or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, we've gone out there and gone swimming and fishing and
It's cool
take
out
the
there.
dogs. Yeah,
Just walking out there with the kids, it's
Yeah.
there's roads and.
yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. It's,
Okay,
it's
I'll have to
acres
go
and
check
acres
that
of
out.
land out there,
Yeah.
and
Who-
you see coyotes.
Who owns that land though?
Conservation Commission.
They own
and,
that?
It might be Open Spaces Committee, but
Cause I know it's like the water department and then the highway department owns like a section of it and then I don't
Yeah.
know who owns back there.
yep, so the Norton Water Department owns the front of it. So
Yeah.
I had to go talk to them about having the fishing event because they would need to grant us access through their property
Yeah.
to the water department bogs. So I talked to them and they said there's no issue at all with that.
Okay.
So again, it would just be it's gonna require quite a bit of prep in order to get cars and stuff out there. But I mean, it's perfectly located next to where we have some of the equipment there, and also plan on seeing if we can get some of the local companies, like maybe Dorrance, to, help out, given that they're
Cool, yeah.
right there.
Yep.
So I would like to see that property brought back up to the condition that it was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
where it had all these features, you know, rather than just walking your dog and fishing now.
Who,
You know,
who
people
did it
would ice
originally?
skate.
Who did it originally? Like, who built all those benches and that shit?
I don't know whether, I think it was the Park and Recs Commission
Yeah.
that they had the, first we had ice skating at the front pond as soon as you walk in. But that one's deeper and wouldn't freeze quite as quickly. So they started, it was somebody, I think it was somebody from the water department would go out there with the large commercial, like 2.5-inch pumps and pump water from a lower pond up to the upper pond and flood it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
And, you know, it's all right there, so it's just a matter of, you know, pumping the water from here to there.
And then were you thinking fishing in those bogs too? Like what?
Well, you can't,
You
we
can't
need-
fish in the ponds.
No, but we could fish in the ponds.
Okay.
So,
Oh, so there's bogs and ponds out there?
yeah, well, there's old bogs that have been abandoned, so
Okay.
most of the bogs are dried up and grown over. Some of them more grown over than others.
Okay.
The one that we would flood is least grown over out of all of them. You know, it's got, it's fairly
Yeah.
grown over. When you go to the other one, you can see the other ones look like a forest.
Okay.
And then there's multiple ponds, and the water in the ponds is clear. There's very little organic matter on the bottom. But, you know, that's one of the things I'm working with the Conservation Commission on, because the more the trees shed leaves, the more leaves fall in the water, you know, the more organic matter in the water, it increases nitrates, and, you know, so the cycle goes.
Yep.
Then you get vegetation, and now they're no longer ponds, they're, you know, swampy.
Okay.
So if we can get the permission to go around them and clear up the vegetation on the side, you know, increase the recreation in the area for them.
Okay, cool. All right,
Um,
you're gonna talk to conservation and all that?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's all,
excellent.
just a slow trickle right now,
Yep.
because
No, that's
as it
okay.
stands right now, my goal is ice skating before the fish
Okay.
event, so. And then the Monster Mash Dance, that's me and Frank's thing. I don't think there's any movement on it. The plan, you know, remains the same for anybody that doesn't know, would be to have a Monster Mash party following our Halloween parade, which has a huge turnout every year, where people would be able to follow the back of the parade towards the completion location at St. Mary's, except rather than going right into St. Mary's, it would go left into the middle school for a, you know, big, you know, monster bash where everybody could have like an after party after the parade. So I don't think there's been any movement on that.
Okay. That one, somebody else would have to take over, like I can't do that one. My help on that one would be minimal.
Okay.
Because of doing the parade and the costume swap and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, I'm a little
Yeah.
maxed out.
Yeah, yep, yep. So I think me and Frank are gonna see what's necessary.
Okay.
And go from there. And then, I don't know if you have any information on community garden.
Yep. It has to be done on active land, so, conservation and open space has the list of those open spaces that could work. Potentially, it could be at Rose Farm at some point, but a lot of work needs to get done there first
Yeah.
before we can do that. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much, once conservation gets going on picking a spot and stuff, then we can talk to them about doing that.
Yep. Now, Joe Cavallo was doing a community garden, wasn't he?
He was going to try as part of his Rose Farm
Yeah.
stuff, but where they were planning the, community garden is close, it's on the school side,
Yeah,
and the school doesn't want us going through there during the
Oh.
day for security purposes.
yep,
So, it's off the table for now, but if we can, the goal switched to now getting Joe up and running.
yeah.
And then we can see if we can revisit maybe going a different access way or something.
Yeah.
So it's not totally off the table, but it's back burner now until we can get Joe
Right.
up and going.
Right. Yeah. What better way to have a community garden than a professional farmer helping out?
Exactly.
You know, like,
Exactly. So it's still in the works, it's just not as forefront as it could have been, but that's okay. All right. Any other questions on that stuff?
do we do a motion to accept the old business, or do we just move into new?
No, I think we just move into new.
All right.
Okay, so that's me. Spring cleanup was awesome.
What a success.
It was awesome. I think we had, our numbers are tough, but we had 67 people register online. And then we asked them how many others they were bringing. So I don't know if they included themselves. So it could be upwards of like almost 210 people, if they included themselves. If not, it's about 125, like,
Yeah.
so it was great. And then we had 17 people just kind of come on site, but then there were also people who just like went out and did stuff.
Yep.
So it was awesome. We didn't do the prizes except for the biggest group, because that was the lacrosse team of 23 people that I saw them coming down Power Street, like
Yes.
in mass in their like lacrosse gear. I'm like, okay, nobody else is
Yeah.
this big. Best dressed, I didn't see anybody really dressed up. I think Christine did maybe, but that was a photo, so I wanted to check with her, but she's not here today. Heaviest, kind of got lost in the translation. I'll check with Jared again. I think we had talked and I'm not sure where that one was. And then the most bags also kind of got lost in translation because they were just chucking bags in and then people were taking pictures and kept, like, we didn't have a good system to monitor that. I think it was good in theory, but we gotta flush that one out a little bit more. Any thoughts, comments, suggestions for next year?
I thought it was awesome. I thought it was pretty funny watching all the comments on Norton Neighbors about people being slobs, throwing their bags
Yeah.
of trash.
Yeah.
I can't believe people throw their bag of trash right outside the water department.
We were actually thinking of doing like colored bags next year.
Yeah,
So that, like, if it's a purple bag, we can be like, if you see purple bags out,
yeah,
it's part of the cleanup,
yeah.
just so people know.
Yeah, I thought it was a huge success. I was super proud to be, live in Norton on that day.
Thank you for
that was
bringing your
awesome.
soccer team, that was awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you for doing Bay Road too, that was awesome, thank you.
yeah, it worked out.
Yeah.
It really, we got a lot done.
Yes, we did, it was awesome. I think the dumpster was pretty full, did you ever see it?
It was pretty full.
Was it pretty full?
After we filled it up.
Yeah, it'd be
Just
interesting.
joking, no, it was definitely full.
I don't care.
It'd be interesting to get a weight,
I tried, let me ask him again.
Just each year so we could track
Yeah.
it, you know what I mean? Whether it's, I don't know, a ton
Yeah.
or, 500 pounds or whatever it is.
I asked them, I'll ask again. Cause that would be cool.
I didn't do anything, but, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, did we have a prize for the weirdest thing that was found? I feel like we could have done that.
We didn't do weirdest for fearing that it would kind of go off the rails.
Good reasoning. I would
Yeah.
absolutely take it.
I found a deer head, not this year. There was a deer head in a cooler with its hooves, and there was a note on it that said, "Do not touch, I will return." And I was like I actually screamed like a little girl when I picked it up. It was like bloody and disgusting. It was so gross.
That's terrifying.
Oh, that's gross.
It was so gross, yeah. We definitely took it and threw it away, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was totally weird.
The whole cooler and everything. was
Everything
there. Okay,
gone.
good, all right,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, like
He
I.
washed the cooler out.
Yeah, we're still using
That's how he
it.
brings his lunch to
Yeah.
work in.
It was so gross. But we found that like there are roads where like there must be a guy, like I forget what Woodward Street, guy must get a 12-pack of Heineken every day and he
Oh,
throws his
yeah.
bottles in the same spots every day. There was like piles.
Really?
Like Union Street, it's all vodka and orange juice. Like we were like, it's awful.
Bay Road I found, I don't know what you found, but where I was finding full bottle, not full, but like full-size bottles, not just
Oh,
nips,
yeah.
but like
Okay.
Really?
full-size bottles.
But I didn't grab it.
I know, like out the
Out the
window.
window.
I mean, one was a handle.
I
I
tell
was
you
like,
what,
seriously?
Yeah.
what got me was that people would put dog poop, you would pick up your warm dog poop in a plastic bag and then throw that bag in the woods.
Oh, walk
Like-
down Red Mill Road.
Uh,
It's disgusting. They pick up their dog poop and then they just go
yeah, we must have pulled 20 pounds of dog poop out of the water
Just throw the
department.
poop in the woods.
right in the woods.
Not
Yeah,
with the
just
bag.
throw the poop,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
why are you gonna wrap it in something that's non-biodegradable? Like, that makes no
Or even
sense.
they just let their dog poop and don't even pick it up and just let the next person step in it. Anytime we go down there and do work, we get covered.
Oh, God.
It's gross, yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, people,
So,
clean
yeah.
up your dog poop.
Yeah.
Spring cleanup, massive success. I would say, I was thinking about making it a biannual thing, but I think maybe once a year. I think if we do it twice a year, we're gonna ruin everyone's goodwill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we thought when we were trying to pick a date, if you do the fall, you don't see the trash as much because all the
Oh,
leaves are
yeah.
coming down.
Yeah.
So the best time to do it is in the spring.
Yeah.
So,
So, yeah, I think that was a great idea.
What about t-shirts? I know that would be expensive. I know Mansfield, I saw them, they
Yeah,
had like
they-
bright yellow
Yeah.
t-shirts on. You could definitely see them from a mile away.
yeah.
Yeah.
We had talked about that, by the time we started getting like all the details together, it was too late, but we're gonna look for a sponsor for that next year, so if anybody
Yeah.
knows of a sponsor who wants to
Put the
get
sponsors
a
on the
shirt.
t-shirt.
I
Yeah.
potentially could have.
Okay.
one that could-
Excellent. Yeah, that's on our list for next year, bigger, better, so that we see people, it's more visual, all that kind of stuff.
And even like the trash companies, I feel like a lot of the trash in the roads is coming out of trash trucks. You can like see it blow out of the back of
Yeah.
the truck, so like Waste Management, Marshawn,
Yeah.
whatever, I know Dooley, it's not Dooley anymore, but it's Win. Like all those companies, they should be contributing in some way. I don't know how they could contribute, but
Yeah,
and they're probably all owned by the same company.
yep. You can reach out to them for a sponsor too. Okay, awesome, those are great. Anything else on that one? Okay. Department budget, right now, we're at the 1%. It doesn't, we're so little that 1% doesn't, it hurts a little bit, like it's gonna take away some of our money from,
But we're losing 1% or gaining?
no, we're gaining
No.
1% from what we had before.
Other places got cut,
Exactly,
so.
exactly, so we're not gaining, like, we got cut from where we asked, but nobody got what they asked. So really what it's taking away from us is a little bit of money on our, building and grounds, our repair and maintenance for building and grounds, building and equipment, so. I'm just happy we're still here. That's, just happy we're
We
still
lost
here.
a whole position.
I know. I was worried they were just gonna cut the department, which has been done in the past. So,
Really?
yeah, Park and Rec has been cut before, just gone. So I'm happy we're still here. So, once they do the vote and stuff, I can give you guys more info. I figured why do it now, since it's still kind of in flux. So. Any questions on the budget or anything like that? Town meeting popcorn is next, right? Paige, do you wanna talk about what the plan was for that? Cause I'm not sure if anybody
Sure.
knew about that.
So the plan was to get donation of popcorn from the Showcase Cinemas and have that at the town meeting, and sell it for like $1 a bag. But with the town meeting fluctuation and changing of dates, it made it a little bit tricky to get the Showcase to give us the donation because they require she told me at least a month's notice. So it was a little bit tricky to do that. But I think that would be something that we could do potentially for next year, hoping that the meeting date would stick to what it was originally, and then that way we would have time to plan to do that. This turnout obviously was a lot more than what we usually get at town meeting, but I still think sometimes with the longer meetings, having a snack there is a good thing. And so that's kind of what the plan was, and I'm happy to do that next year, or kind of head that up next year.
Perfect. It got a little unwieldy too when Lucia was looking for like 1,000 bottles of water, cause they were planning for 2,000 people.
Oh, yes. That also.
So the 1,000 bottles of water was a little daunting to try and figure out how to do that.
I see your popcorn,
Yeah.
but what about like a case of rotten tomatoes to hand out?
Not sure that would
People
go
would pay
over
for
well.
those.
Not sure that one would go over well.
You could make it like an absurd price
So yeah,
for
I think
one.
that, I think
Yeah,
that's a
that's
great idea, I
exactly
think,
it, you know?
doing water and popcorn, we could, the PTAs all have popcorn machines. I believe that they are a little bit different and may require different like popcorn kernels, if that makes sense, cause I know Melissa, you said sometimes different machines have different like packets that they use, but that, that could be an option too, if we weren't able to get a donation, we could make the popcorn and sell it too. So that's something to think about, that, next spring we can hopefully have notice and get something together for that. I think it could be a good fundraiser.
Yeah, no, that would be great. Thank you for thinking of that one.
Sure.
Restaurants, I think the last last one we had was, Chateau. I know that's the last one we've actually had, I don't remember since the meeting if I've given an update on the money. What was the one before it?
We had Goat City.
Oh, yes, Goat City was like $140-something, I think. And then Chateau was just on,
Goat City was the night that like all the power in Attleboro went out, and it was packed. We went there and it was so packed, but I don't think everybody knew about it.
oh, okay,
So I thought it was gonna be crazy because I thought everyone was there for that, but it actually wasn't the case. But you know, obviously people around us, we tried to share the coupons with.
That's awesome, thank you. And then the one we just did at the Chateau on May 24th was $82.47. I didn't have a chance to do as much publicity on that one because it snuck up on me and I was getting busy. And then Christine just booked one at Bertucci's for the 17th, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, the 17th.
So let's share away on that one and.
So it's 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. She said.
Yep. Taken, I think it said any Bertucci's.
Oh.
You just have to give them the code that's on the flyer. So it's online, dine in and take out. So you just give them the code on there. And there's I'll have to put it up again. There's a QR code on that one that you can just scan the QR code as well. And I think it takes you right to their ordering site. So that was kind of cool. Any other thoughts on that?
Very cool.
Do we like them once a month? Do we want like every other month?
I'm not the one calling the restaurant, so.
I know,
feel like
Christine's
my
doing it,
opinion is
so-
invalid. Who's calling, that's
Christine,
Christine makes all
yeah.
the calls, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, we should have them at least 3 or 4 times a month.
3 or 4 times a month. I'll save that question for Christine.
Yeah.
Okay. What's next?
Group outings.
I have not had much luck
Oh, really? Okay.
getting anything really for sports. A lot of sports are either in playoffs or not in season right now, so you can't really,
Okay.
playoff sports, you can't really
Okay.
get anything for. I was thinking about things like bowling and mini golf and places like that.
Yep.
And I was talking to someone and they said that places like that are less willing right now to do things like that because school is getting out and they're full of kids all day, every day. So
Yep.
they wanna kinda get that
Yeah.
revenue for themselves and things
Okay.
like that. So I'm still working on it and like double following up with
Okay.
people, but I haven't had anything yet.
Okay.
What's the group outing for? For the committee or for?
No, I had seen other departments will offer like group tickets for like the Woo Sox game.
Oh, okay.
So it's a discounted ticket. I don't believe they do transportation, they don't do anything else, they just kind of manage the tickets
Yeah.
and or promote the tickets. So if it's just that we promote it and the team sells the tickets, like we give a link or whatever,
Yeah.
it's kind of a no-brainer. It's just, I was kind of looking for other easy things to add to our portfolio of what we do, but that aren't a lot of work. If that makes sense. So, yeah, just keep trying, see what they, if not this year, we'll get them for next year or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing for like hockey, we can't really do right now. What is it, Patriots, they even do like practice stuff, like you can go to
Oh,
practices,
yeah,
so
yeah.
getting those like done now so that when the time comes,
Yep.
we're ready.
Yep, sounds good, perfect. Commission goals. I think that was Christine. You wanna,
Yeah, we'll
Table.
table that one.
okay. Okay. Discussion on fundraiser fund for the trail maintenance. Do you know, is that you?
Yeah, so,
Okay.
were you able to, I don't know if I relayed this question to you.
Okay.
Were you able to find out whether or not we can open a bank account under the Park and Recs committee dedicated to trail maintenance.
It
So
would have to go under conservation because the trails go under conservation.
they told me that open spaces committee cannot have any.
Right, open space can't. Conservation might be able to, but the trails and everything don't fall under me.
Okay.
Those are like passive recreation.
Yeah.
So those are all conservation,
Okay.
things.
So that's what I'm trying to find that out so that we can work on some signage for trail maintenance, and we'd like to come up with virtual maps and advertise the other areas around the town that have, people don't even, they're not aware of half the
Yep.
walking areas in town.
So are you looking for like, I'm just like REI to be a sponsor type thing?
One of the ideas that we had was coming up with like a QR code, we can put it on the signs, like Norton Trails, donate here, and become a donator, so people could walk past a sign that has a trail map, they can scan the QR code, which they can donate, and they can also
Yeah.
see the trail that they're walking on, as well as the rest of the trails around Norton. And
Okay.
we'd have some money dedicated
Yeah.
to buying lumber for bridges, and,
Yeah.
again, signage, the signage is horrible, nobody
Yeah.
can see them. The whole idea of, brown and yellow is great, that it's earth tones, but
Can't see it out in the woods.
you can't see it, so.
Yes.
To try to generate some revenue
Yeah.
for that, and keep it, isolated to and maintained for that
Yeah.
purpose.
Check with John,
Okay.
because that all fall, the trails fall under him. And if not, he and I can try and figure something.
Try to do it,
Something.
yeah.
And.
Other business, topics not reasonably anticipated within 48 hours in advance. So does anybody know what they don't know?
Oh, I know what we need. Sam has stepped down as of Monday, Monday, Tuesday, the 3rd. Anyway, and she was our clerk, so that means doing the minutes. Anybody interested in being the clerk? Because we could vote somebody in tonight for that position since it's now vacant and we have a quorum. Oh, do we have a quorum? Can you?
Yeah, I don't know if can she vote for herself? We're definitely pointing at you.
Yeah, okay. Got that.
Yeah, because I kind of thought the same thing, I couldn't vote myself back in, because there
Oh.
needs to be 5 people next month to vote me back in.
Do we have to vote you back in? I think you're just reappointed.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't think we have to vote you back in. I think you should be getting a letter soon. Actually,
I got a letter
Oh, yeah.
saying like, thank you for volunteering, and then I immediately got a letter saying that I was no longer a member.
and I think
Thanks
tonight,
for
Thursday,
notes.
tonight's Wednesday. Tomorrow night, select board is voting, approving, or whatever they do for like the reappointments.
Yeah.
So your reappointment should come through tomorrow.
Was worried.
Don't.
Was worried. Kept me up at night.
No, we'll keep you. If you'll have us, we'll keep you.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. So I guess we can't vote you in tonight.
Okay.
Unless I'm wrong.
I have no idea. I don't know how all this works. So,
Yeah.
all right, we'll put that on the agenda for next time.
Yes. Business. Did we do anything to thank Bog Einer for that after party?
I have not done anything for the thank you, so I am very remiss on not doing the thank yous. There was Home Depot, there was Bog, there was Honeydew, there was Marchand.
Oh, wow.
Honeydew, we gave him a letter.
Did you, a thank you letter or an asking letter?
I think we did both. But I'll check on that.
If it's on my list of things to do, I've just gotten Whitley.
Yeah.
We definitely don't need that huge thing of coffee next year.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Oh, I do want to thank the Chateau too, because when my dad and I were there cleaning up, they came out and offered us anything we wanted and
Oh,
trash
very
bags and
nice.
stuff like that, so.
Oh, very
That was
nice.
nice.
Personal note, clean up the chateau next year.
Oh, that's very nice. Yes, that is on my list of things to do.
I thought that was really cool, having everybody meet afterwards and having
Yeah.
space to do
That was
it.
good.
Yeah, that was very good. Those are always on my list when I come into work.
Yeah.
And then I see the emails, the phone calls, and everything else that ends up on my desk, and I'm like, oh, those, thank you. No, it's just, we'll get them done. Okay. What else? Anything else you guys don't know that you don't know? Paige, do you have anything else you don't know?
Yes, I don't know if I'll be able to come to the meeting in July, but I'm gonna try. I have a work, you know, but not everybody else knows, I'm expecting my first baby in November. And so I'm trying to cram in all my work trips before I can't travel anymore.
Yep.
So I think I'm gonna be in Alabama that week, but I'll try to duck out and get on, just so we can have forum.
Perfect. Thank you.
But
Congratulations.
otherwise, I don't know anything else about it. I don't know how to be a parent. We'll see how that goes.
Nobody does.
Oh, it's easy.
You want to come to my house then?
I do not.
Sure.
It's one of those, you don't know what you don't know.
Exactly. You keep faking it till you make it.
Yeah.
Right, none of it will be on the agenda.
Yeah. Yep.
My one piece of advice, baby monitors are not your friend.
Thank you.
We never even set it up for my second daughter.
Really?
Yeah.
You have 2 daughters? Oh yeah, you have more than 2 daughters. A California one, a Texas one, and something else.
They do keep you up because you hear every little noise that the baby makes.
Yes.
Yes. All right. On that note, anything else?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Alright.
Paige?
Paige seconded
Paige
it.